Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Welcome back to part 2. I've just filmed this intro a minute ago, but then someone rang and I ended up having a chat for far too long. That's what happens when you work in a workshop. People think they can come round for coffee all the time. And secretly, they can, because I'm a lazy bastard. Welcome to part 2, everyone. We are making the flamed top Music Man-esque hybrid thing. I've been having a little think. Last time I think I saw you, we had it in clamps and all the rest of it. I've tidied it all up. Everything's routed and clean, and you get a little gist of what we're doing now, can't you? There you go, look. Got a bit of monk in there to clean up. Whoa. Everyone loves one of them. We all love them. I can't use the Music Man templates to their entirety because my neck's different on this because I've nicked the neck off a Jazzy. And my trem system's different because these have got Kailery typey thingies in. But I'm using a slightly more traditional Wilkinson 2-point trem. And so I need to figure out a few things. Can't put that in there because it'd be fucking falling through, wouldn't it? Very unprofessional. So I've got to mix up my Strat template with this. So I need to figure out scale lengths and all the rest of it. It's, yeah, a bit of head scratching going on. I should really think about what I'm going to say before I turn the cameras on. But then that wouldn't be organic, would it? I like to just waffle bollocks as my brain produces it. I've got my neck. I've got a centre line marked on that. Crafty. Because I've nicked this off a Jazzy, I can't just take the piss and put it where I want on the body. At that point there, I'm just about good. And I've still got enough on that body just to catch a bit of the neck gear, so we don't have to go fucking insane. So the first thing I've got to do on this guitar is get the neck attached. I've got to do it a bit backwards, which is a bit annoying because normally I drill these through the neck and then I pilot these. I've got to somehow think I'm going to line that up. I haven't even thought about that yet, but we can think about it together and maybe make some errors. Who knows? I haven't got a clue. Let's figure that out as we go, shall we? Who's a regular? Who can remember how we put neck pockets in? I'll get the accoutrement and we'll magic back. Right, I'm sure you all remember how we do this. We're just going to make ourselves a router template and whiz away. This is just 6mm crappy kitchen backs, which I use for this, but it's got good edges on it. I've run it on the jointer, so I know it's straight. If you remember correctly, let's get that one in. I've put on here centre lines. I've used my centre line ruler from radiantools.com. Radiantools.com. Brilliant font. I can see it. Oh, that's not very politically correct. I'll edit that out. So, got my centre lines here. Oh, I've got some centres, so I know what's going to go on. I'm just going to stick these down. Super duper speedy uppies. There you go. Once we got him on there, it's a shit angle, isn't it? Once you got him on there, you can just double check that you're all spanking. Everything looks tickety-boo. We can whip him off now. Fender necks, 19mm neck pocket. That's an easy number. Takes us to the bottom of your fretboard, there or thereabouts. So I'm going to whip that one out now. 19mm. Just double check we've got no wiggle waggle. And away we go. It's a bit of a weird one, this. Making it up as I go along. What's fucking new there? I'll see you over the router table. Back on again. We're all routed out. In goes our neck pocket. And he's tight. Oh, it's really tight. Don't know, I'm going to fake that bit in. Have a little look at that. Never seen a proper Music Man neck transition. I imagine it's rounded into that point. I haven't got a fucking clue. To do that when it's bolted up. But there we go. Our neck's in. We got our neck transition. That's nice, isn't it? Now we can figure out all the rest of the spacings because we know distances. There you go. Oh, so difficult. Lovely jubbly. So now we're just going to mark some positions of things. We'll do some figuring out, shall we? You remember how you do all this bit? From your nut to your 12th fret, which I haven't marked. Got to put an inlay on this one. There's my 12th fret. From your nut, I know his fender is 323mm. And then we're going to go again, and it's 323 of my high E. Technical, fucking yes. So I'm going to use a P90 template as a square, basically. That is the position where my bridge needs to go. Right, so I've set my trem so that my high E is as far forward as it'll go. And I know that it's got the saddle has to line up with that point. So now I'm going for my Strat template. When I put that hole in there and I half it up in that hole, I can see that my saddle is just in front of that line that they've put on there. There is a line already on there. So Crimson have put that line on the template here, which actually marks the front edge of your saddle. Crafty! Someone's thinking up there in Dorchester. I like that. Well done, gents. I didn't know that you were thinking until I had to do my own bit of thinking. So I had to take me seriously in the fucking goggles, innit? Sorry about that. Fuck it, we're doing rulers, we're doing numbers. No milli inches today, I apologise about that. We don't do milli inches round here because we're not fucking psychopaths. 5 mil, so that hole needs to be 5 mil back from there. Now I can do something else crafty here because I've got the back template for me Strat as well. And if I measure this overhang, 23 mil, I'll put 23 on there. I know that when I line that one up on the back, I've got to overhang at 23 mil, and all of this gubbins will be in the right spot. Oh, it's like porn in the workshop. Porn with tiny cocks. And I know that that trim is going to slip in there like a vicar into a dormitory. Sorry, vicars. We're getting somewhere. We can drill some holes. Let's get some fucking stuff done, shall we? Now I know where my neck's going. I've got no overhang to worry about. Can I have a little look at the bits of me trem? So trem posts are going to go there. So now I know where that's going to go. Gert Lush. I'm going to use this pick guard as a routing template because I might as well. I've got it here. It's fine, isn't it? This guy's a fucking genius. No, he's not. He's an absolute mungo. So, but I do know now that if I line those up, I mean neck pocket and neck pocket, I can use those holes and I'll have perfect humbucker doofers. I'm going to do the Richards Custom Speciality and I'm going to rear mount the humbuckers. So we'll just drill all the way through and I'll create a custom plate on the back using some geniusness out of a bit of walnut, waffling, proper waffle. I need to take this apart. Cut off cameras, Paul, and we'll come back while I'm ready to do some drilling. 3, 2, 1. I don't know what that was. That was proper camp, was it? Which is fine. I like camp. Right, so we're back on the bench. What's going on? Where are we? I haven't got a clue what's going on. I'm all over the shop. So we've got our nice clean routes. Everything's pucker. Happy with all of that. Did think I'd fucked it up the other day, just for a moment. And I had that feeling. You know, you get that stomach feeling? Oh, fuck. But it was fine. It was fine. I have, off camera, I've measured and figured out where these are approximately. And I've put some pilots through in my neck pocket. So we'll do that in a minute. I also now know the position of my bridge and therefore I know the position of my bridge pins. I've cleaned out the monk and deepened my hole. Simple as that. We've got to do a little back cavity and I'm going to have to make a control cavity cover that goes over the whole wallop. Not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. I might do something that covers up the whole fucking lot. That's a bit minging though, isn't it? That might look a bit shit. We might leave some of it uncovered because it's a bit sexier. I don't know. What do you want from me? So the first thing I want to do is me bridge pins. Talk to the camera, Paul. Everyone wants to see your face. There it is. So this is 9.97. It's 10 mil in it. I'm thinking it's going to be a 9.5 mil hole. I'm not going to do that in that initially. I'm going to do it in some other hardwood and we'll just have a little feel. We'll just have a little finger. Gotta change this baseball bat. It's a little bit home run. Biggest neck I ever made. It's like Mrs. Richards' ankles. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. Right, random lump of hardwood that no one cares about, 9.5. It's very tight. So it's 9.5 with a wobble. I'm going to try 10 mil because why not? Right, 10 mil it is. I'm going to go to the pillar drill and do it proper because I don't want any of you having trouser accidents for me drilling a hole. I was actually going to use my little portable one-bunner, but don't take a 10 mil drill bit. Cheap shite. Right, 10 mil is a smidgen loose. It's rather Yeah, I can push that in with my fingers. It's a little bit loose, but that's all right. We've got a trem in. He's gonna pull on there. That is wetting me whistle. In, everything's parallel. Cool, trem's in. We need to look at the back. Moving on, Paul. I've had about 1,000 phone calls today. If you remember, cast your mind back. We need to write the back out. I measured how far my pattern overhung the back of that. So, I put a cheeky block on there, so I know that that lines up. And that's got to be where that's got to be. Like that, tickety-boo. I've got to router this channel out. If you're not sure about how deep you need to do all these little cheeky channels, well, have a little look at something you've already got, because most of you have got fucking loads of guitars around the house. I know you have. There's issues. I read the comments. I've got 49 guitars and I play all of them for 5 hours a day. So, there you go. Here's a Strat. Piece of piss. Let's just copy it, shall we? All this information is available online. You can Google to your heart's content. That one there, 35mm deep. Perhaps more importantly, because the Squire body's a bit skinny, there's only 5mm left there of this cap. So I'm basically going to leave the maple cap. I'm going to go down as deep as my maple cap. That's as complicated as I'm going to make that. And then this little ball bag is 20mm. So let's get that routed. We'll get over on the router, because that's everyone loves the router, don't they? We'll get over there, we'll channel that out, and then we should have the claw placement shouldn't interfere with my humbucker. If you want to change your humbucker, you have to take your springs off. But who gives a shit about that? It's still going to be awesome and cool, isn't it? If you can't picture how it's going to turn out, neither can I. I'll see you over there. Speedy Uppy. Watch out for Speedy Uppy merch coming. And by the way, I don't build bases. Sorry for the thousands of people that message in. I should build bases. If this was a base building channel, my diary would be fucking maxed. If you want a custom build, get in contact anytime. There's room in the diary towards the end of the year. I'm always looking for builds. I do 22 a year. That's not 22, that's 5. But it's an amount. They don't all go on the channel, but I am filming them all now, because eventually I'd like to get some midweek stuff out. I'm fucking waffling. Get in contact. If you've got a cool idea, don't say, oh, can you build Eric Clapton's Blackie? No, buy the Fender one. If you want something unusual, something that's gonna make you fucking cream your pants, get in touch. This is gonna be a double cut Les Paul. P90 double cut Les Paul. All mahogany, dark ebony board. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. Right, you hairy mullets. I've got to remind everyone, stop the press. There's a little prize bundle, and it's going to happen every build series now. I'm going to ramp it up. If people give me free shit, I'm going to give you some free shit. So the bundle for this build series, which all you got to do is comment and be subscribed. And I'll randomly pull a comment out at the end, and we'll announce it at the start of the next build. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, I will send you everything you want. This is what's coming up. A prototype parts tray, which I'll engrave with Marlowe Studios on the bottom. I'll put some resin on the bottom because my CNC machine fucked it up. But you can have a prototype parts tray. Get that in the middle of the frame, Paul. Don't be a moron. There you go, look. Mr. Warman has sent us some spanking humbuckers. I'll put a link below. These have got a mixture of magnets. They're coming in. Super warm PAF Wannabunners. They are included in the bundle. 2 pairs of D'Addario strings, whoa, supplied by D'Addario, who are now a channel partner. Yes, love a channel partner, that is sexy. So 2 sets of strings, they're worth about 20 quid. I think these are 50 quid a pair, so that's 70 quid. Parts tray, 9 grand. And finally, to head it all up, because I keep going off about it so much, and I'm not connected with this brand at all, but I just do love the product. Radian Tools, center ruler, normal ruler, center ruler. Rule, it's a rule, not a ruler. A rule starts at 0. Someone pointed that out to me, fucking know all. But it turns out they did know it all. So I'll take that lesson and I'll enjoy it. There is the bundle for the series. That is going to go to a lucky winner. Make sure you comment and subscribe. See you back in the vid. Right, back on the bench after a million speedy uppies. A lot of them. Oh, I'm fucking zoomed right in there. Come on, Dave, give us a bit of space. I've put this through the drum sander and we are now dead flat. Look at that. Handsome. That one's a little bit tight in the O. Can't get him out. Woo, that's a first. I've had to do a little bit of fettling inside because, and I'll tell you why, the Fletcher humbuckers are just a little bit wide at the bottom, which is fairly typical. That's nothing. Oh, it's just a bit tight with me tolerances. So now everything fits in there quite nicely. Oh, upside down. Plenty of scope for adjustment. Oh, fuck me, it's not a Les Paul. So we can do whatever we want on that now. That's going to look rather handsome, innit? Once we get our bridge in, oh, we can touch ourselves. No one has to know what we're touching, but we can do whatever we want when we're on our own in Fritzels. That's all I'm saying. Don't incriminate yourself, Paul. This is the internet. Nothing goes away. Just ask Jimmy Savile. Thank you. That one's been on the drum sounder. I've marked where it goes. Everything's nice and flush. You can see what that's going to look like. I'm going to put screws in. I'm not using magnets. I've measured and drilled through my body, which is the backwards way of normally doing it. So this is a bit of a pig, really. And on this particular guitar, I'm going to use black screws because we've got a lot of black hardware being dotted around. These are 14 mil. I'm going to drill a 15 mil counterbore because I'm fucking hard. That came out wrong. And they're only 3 mil deep, but I'm going to go in 5 mil deep because balls deep is always the way for me. I'm going to go over on the pillar drill and we'll get that drilled. I'll show you how I get it set up because I don't normally show that bit and I'm struggling to make things fresh. Come with me. Come over on sit cam. Here we go, look. Here we go. Get you over here. I've got a digital display because I'm posh. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my light and my laser because you can't be cool without a laser. I'm going to sit my drill bit down and I'm going to squish it so we are nicely positioned right there. I'm going to change that to depth and I'm going to zero it out. Oh, technical. Now we can move that out of the way and I can go down to 5 mil. 4.9 will do. Then I'll do up my depth stop. 5.1. That's where we're going. 5.1. Can't make our mind up. Slag. Nice and deep, said the vicar to the altar boy. Here we go. Try not to be sick. Dave's back on the game. Right, I'm going to go through here now. It's a 6 mil bolt. I'm going to put a 7 mil hole through there because why mess around? Little ream. Get the reamer out. Right, moment of truth. Can I bolt it up? Does it all line up? The first episode of this is going live in 54 minutes, just so you've got an idea of what I'm doing with time at the minute. That is a super duper light guitar. I'm so chuffed with that. I've just got to put a little hole in now for my output jack, which we put a cable into. And I'm going to be using this little teeny tiny barrel jack because I just think they look sexier. That for me is a pucker bit of kit. I love that. That just needs a 12 mil hole. The sexy thing with these is you can actually counterbore them in. That's a hammer, by the way. That is a hammer. I just used that hammer part. Jack of all trades, master of fuck all. Right, I've got one job left to do. 2 jobs actually. We're going to whiz a little curve on there, which we'll do now. That was fast. And I'm going to reprofile this neck. Let's set up the animal. Guitaristas, isn't we? Guitaristas. Looking at Heartwood. They were going to send me a guitar. Radio silence. I wonder why, Paul. Probably because you're an asshole. Here's me neck. It's a baseball bat. I made it too big. It was the Christmas caster was an experiment. It was never leaving the workshop. So I thought, let's make a fat boy, shall we? I've got 23.2 mil, which is about 2 mil too big. That's about 97/62 in freedom units, in eagle spans or whatever you use over there. So we're going to go over to the destroyer of fingers and worlds. I've spaced this up because I don't normally do it this way, and we're going to cut ourselves a new profile with a router bit of death. Follow me, you slags. Okay, look at this absolute whopper. PPE will be observed and the camera will be protecting my fucking neck. Many, many PPEs will be consumed in the cutting of this neck blank. Don't email me telling me that I shouldn't be using that router bit. It's just a router bit, calm yourselves. Where's my ears? Ears! There they are, on the other side. Oh, fucking side! Slag. Now these router bits, you've got to spin them on super slow speeds. They only do half the work. You can't go the whole Monty with them. You can't cut the full wallop and go the whole way because we don't want to be scalloping in to where me shimmy shimmy starts. So I'm going to put a bit of tape on there. For the uninitiated, tape is tape. So I'm going to go to that fret. And you can just see there where it's going to start scallopy walloping. So I don't want to go past the first. So I'm going to go to the second fret. But until then, let us wallop. Handsome, look at that. Fucking love that bit, love it. Back to the main camera. Okay, that has shaped that in. You can see it hasn't gone the whole way. I've got some work to do. Wouldn't normally do it like this, but that's reduced my neck down to 20.7 at the first fret and 21 and a bit at the 12th. So I'm going to shape this in manually. I'm going to do this off camera because you've seen me shape a neck many times. I can make a word any shape I need. We're going to come back next week and do a bit of finishing. You've all seen Derek, Big D. You've seen Big D do all his bursts and all his fancy stuff. I've got to do a laser engraving on the back of that thing, and then I've got to do a burst on the front, and then we've got to put some colour accents on some hardware. We're doing colourful things next week. A rarity at Marlowe Studios. I'm normally crap at that, and to be fair, it might be a fucking disaster. Who knows? Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget the prize fund. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and show me some support because I fucking need it. My ego needs a boost. Love you. Bye.